Uh, yeah, I wasn't expected to be doing all this work today. I've actually done a couple videos today, and they just keep coming because I'm being instructed to do that. Hi, sorry for the titties, but you know, whatever. Sorry, y'all grown. I'm not sorry. Enjoy, eat your heart out, motherfucker. Anyways, let's try to get a better angle on my face though. Sorry. um, I'm shy. I'm being shy, but I've actually had like a couple little mishaps with my breasts lately. I don't know. Sorry. I didn't mean to. I know children watch my shit. They're not supposed to. It's not for kids. But for those who do, I apologize. But you know this shit ain't for kids. If your kid is here, it's probably my own damn kid. And hey, kid, I love you. Aaron won't let me say I love you. He says, care about you. So I want you to know I care about you as well. That's from your brother. Okay. Excuse me. What the fuck is going on? It's Embarrass Ashley hour. Hey, dang, I always forget your name. Let me see if I can find you really quick here. I'll be scrolling. Now, do I have an internet addiction or not? I was able to stay off the internet for 8 years. You see, that's primarily what I really be doing. How would I have all this research and all this knowledge if I was actually watching tarot like that? Y'all are so conceited. But that was an ugly laugh. What the hell was that? That was a weird laugh. I don't see your name here, and this phone runs incredibly slow. It was like sun, you know. Damn it. What the hell is your name? This is important. I gotta make sure I have y'all's names, because I really wish I had the name of the young lady that inspired the children video, the expectations of children. I'm going to start this video over. I want to start this video over because it's very important that I have your name. No, you know, I don't have to say your name. I don't have to say your name. You'll know if I'm talking about you. But just to let you know, I try to be direct. I try to be direct. That's why I name drop sometimes when it comes to the tarot readers. But you know, the people like not being direct when I say my cousin or my baby dad, they know who they are. I'm being direct with them. They know who they are. But when it comes to you, we don't know each other personally, so you wouldn't know what your role is, and so therefore I wouldn't want to subliminal you or anything like that. That's why I name drop readers for the most part. If I don't remember it, it's if your name is not brought up, it's just because I literally do not remember it. I have there's so much important information running in there, and the name I'm using isn't even your real name, so it's kind of irrelevant. Yeah, like as far as the information goes, in my mind, the information is irrelevant because it's not even your real name. So that's why it doesn't stick with me like it should. Okay. This time it took 4 minutes to get to the point. Jesus. Whew. Okay. You said something about no more talking about your pains. Let's talk about your joy. So last year on February 22nd, 2021, I wrote this about joy. I had even referenced it in the Mama's Boy Meets Daddy's Girl video. I said I have a video coming about joy. I never did get to it because I never really had a cue to do it. And the reason I didn't have a cue is because there was something that we were waiting on. And that time has now come. So the next person is Just Me 23, but she's actually, I think this was actually posted on her What's the Chatter Larasha. I forget how you pronounce your name, if that's how you pronounce your name. And if I don't, make sure you say it in give me some kind of sign, young lady. You have posted a lot of articles in regards to suicide. There's been a wave of suicide, and she mentioned to pay attention to the ages. And the thing is that, and I want to apologize because I have actually been bringing up suicide a lot as well. Spiritual Sag, I have never said that I am sorry for your loss. I've never given you any condolences, and I want to do that publicly now. And I really am very sorry to your grandchildren for your situation. I want you to know I'm not being insensitive, but if you notice something here, okay? I spoke on it, and all of a sudden, things started happening. That's because there is a limited amount of time that a person can go without emotional connection and joy. There's a time limit on that. Wasn't supposed to make it past 25. CNN said I'd be dead by 21. That is what the goal is, and that's how they do it, by starving us on the solar plexus, on some of these lower, solar plexus is mid, right? So on those lower chakras, it's if those are not fixed, you have a greater chance of not making it past 25. That's the point. And her articles, the people were 26 years old, 28 years old, I believe, something around that. So when I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, hey, I'm actually really close to death, there is a feeling that comes before you take your life. A great example is Star Wars. Amidala, Padme died because she lost the will to live. There was nothing medically wrong with her, except for that she lost the will to live when she realized that she could not be with the children of her the father's children, right? The children's father, excuse me. When she realized that the love of her life was killing kids and doing stuff, she lost the will to live, and she died. There was nothing wrong with her. That is how that's how we're literally designed like that. Okay? Like when you know that there's going to be no joy within your life, like you do not foresee joy coming, and you have not experienced joy in a very long time, or ultimately you've just never been emotionally fulfilled. Because if you've been on tier 1 and tier 2 your entire life and you've never gotten to 3 at all, even to try it out, you are at great risk of falling to the mental illness, because mental illness happens in 1 and 2. Okay? It happens in 1 and 2, and even if you're on 3 or 4, like right now, I'm at 3, but if I don't get someone to come and fix that, I'm going to come back down to 1 and 2 again. Okay? So I want to mention that. I feel like I don't want to mention that. This is why all of this happened this way. I wrote this on 2/22/21, and now today is 2/3/2022, And there's been a myriad of issues in regards to this. So let me show you exactly what's going on with me. And so I watched my video and I noticed, oh wait, no, that's, we're not going to even read that part. That part's cut off. It doesn't even matter. Oh, excuse me. I might be on this self-love being myself topic for a few days. It's funny because I actually have been on that topic again. I'm honestly kind of bothered. See, I know a few people who experience what I'm experiencing to a degree, and things they did and lengths that they went to, including myself. I'm not guilt-free of trying to get out of hermit mode, but I know those who went through great lengths to meet the expectations of others and died. First thing I need people to understand is that misery loves company. And my complaint is that I don't have any, that I have never had any. Remember the last time I had actual, tangible, physical go-to friend was in my early 20s. All of my relationships have been long distance. That is not to lack appreciation for an individual placing energy into me, but the ability to receive my love language is impossible. There cannot be acts of service or physical touch via the phone. And there's another aspect to that I mentioned to my therapist, because they actually had me do an exercise where I was talking about how grateful I am to have long distance friends. And these can also be meaningful relationships. They actually can't, because as soon as they hang up the phone, they can go murder somebody and you would have no clue. And I mean, that happens all the time with people that are right next to you, but at least you can try to pick up on some hints or some shit. You can't even do that, bro. So you never know the person on the other end of the phone unless you like, yeah, there's really no way to know anybody off a long distance relationship, because even that person that you knew before, like say you were best friends and they moved away, they can change. Anything can fucking happen that makes them behave differently and you would never know it. And that's not a true friend, really. It's not, unfortunately. So, this man had me believing that I don't know joy. Oh, he gaslighted me for real, because I know joy. Joy is finding a 4-leaf clover. Joy is looking at the water and seeing it change from winter to spring, to summer to fall, and recognizing the animals that come out, the difference in visibility. Joy is watching the trees bloom and wither. Joy is the rain. Joy is renting a sports car in the winter to drive in the snow. The difference, so you don't fuck up your own car. I love driving in the snow. Joy is hearing your child sing for the first time. It's always around the same age for mine. And they write their own song. Oh, you can sing? You want to sing? And you know how to write a song? You precious little child. And it makes it even more wonderful knowing they got that from me. My oldest son is 14 now, and he makes beats and he can beatbox, and and every time he sends me something, it's just joy. Because when I was pregnant with him, I asked, I don't care what he looks like. I don't care if he came out and he was the most unattractive baby in the world. Just let him be able to sing. And it just so happened that he's the most adorable baby in the world, because he came out looking just like the most beautiful woman in the world. And he could sing. I'm very blessed. All right, so this was a poem that I just ruined by telling a story, but okay. You precious little child, and it makes it even more wonderful knowing that they got it from me. Oh, I know joy. I had no choice. Joy is waking up with the sun in your fucking face because your bedroom window faces the sun. And you just have to get used to it. There is no sleeping in. And so as you get used to it, you realize what a blessing it is for the sun to shine upon you, literally. That is joy. Joy is being on the street and you need your child to follow you and he won't come, and you decide to pew, pew, and Spider-Man web sling to your destination, and you are not embarrassed by his disobedience, and even further, not embarrassed by my child's behavior because it's an expectation. He's 3. He is not a master of anything but play. And by releasing the expectation of what he should be doing, telling him not to cry is not mastering anything. Spanking him until he behaves is not mastering anything. It's just repressing them. So realizing that is joy. I wouldn't be able to have a high score on my test without an understanding of joy and what true happiness is. Because note that none of these things have anything to do with money or what I look like. Joy is eating whatever I want, literally whatever I want, and not regretting it, because I know that my body is durable and healthy. It doesn't look like that to you because of your unhealthy expectations. In my life, I have had clear skin once. I was 23 years old. I don't know how I got it, and it didn't last long either, but I found out my skin is a hereditary issue. Joy is being okay with that, not feeling the need to cover it up. Joy is pure love for another without expectations. I know joy. How can I help you, love?
Your second Green Goblin makes me mad.
Green Goblin makes you mad?
No. Harry's second Green Goblin makes me mad.
Oh, Harry being the second Green Goblin? Green Goblin 2?
Yes, he makes me mad.
Why does he make you mad? What
because
happened?
he keeps ripping Spider-Man's dress and all that.
Oh, his suit?
No, his dress.
I didn't know he was wearing a dress in that scene.
Harry's second Green Goblin ruined.
I think he's talking about a suit.
He's not.
He doesn't know what a suit is. I think I know what he's talking about because they were at the play. All right. Anything else you need to tell me? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit your head.
Second Green Goblin was the last Green Goblin.
Okay.
He was the second to one Green Goblin. 1, 2.
All right.
2 Green Goblins.
I see that.
That is the one that has a glider, and that one has 2 gliders.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that.
Okay, but Lego Spider-Man has a suit.
Lego Spider-Man has a suit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how I know. He thinks that the suit is a dress because when he takes off the dress is when he has on his spider suit. I got it. So he does not think that a suit is a suit. He only thinks of costumes. Got it. All right. And that's how you figure out what your child, how their thought processes work. All right. So the reason I'm not going to read the rest of it is because it had to do with like those self-esteem tests and stuff like that. That's not really anything important. We've already really touched on it anyway. But here's what's important to understand. When you're in isolation, when you've been dealing with a narcissist, see, narcissists are fun police. Narcissists don't want to see you have any fun. So they make sure to take everything that would make it possible for you to have fun. The only thing on this list that cost money was a rental car. Okay, everything else is free. But, you know, the real fun costs money. You know, you want to go on a helicopter ride? You want to go to the beach? You want to go on a roller coaster? You want to, ride a bike? You want to go drive your car? You need money. And when people have been sabotaging your money, sabotaging your finances, and then talking shit about you not having finances, and like doing all of these things, okay, remember every 6 degrees of separation, okay? All these people that recently died are related to someone within proximity of us. Meaning that everybody's experiencing emotional incest, okay? And so I had said in one video that a single parent who sacrificed it all in order to get success, they are no longer like a standard to me because of this. They can't be a standard to me because that child that they had to neglect in order to get everything is going to have a long-term emotional wound. I said it. Okay, so that's what we're witnessing now. We're witnessing people within my age group, within 15 years of me, because I also experienced something weird. I was hearing about children in the daycare, fifth graders, third graders, first graders. And here's what it is. The fifth grader said that they wanted to take their life. The third grader and the first grader overheard it. When they figured out why that child was saying that, when that child listed off their reasons as to why they felt that they needed to take their life, those other children could relate, even though they were young. You know what? My life ain't that great either. Mine is very similar to yours because we're all going through the same thing. Okay? So when this has been going on for 33 years, 26 years, 28 years, 20 years, it's a lot longer than you can actually withstand not having emotional fulfillment. The people that are living past that, most of them are narcissistic. There's very few that aren't, or they have been able to meet everything that they need in the hierarchy of needs. And they actually are an authentic person. It's, either spectrum, right? But the only reason that they're narcissistic and they're literally getting their supply and what they need from dominating other people like me. And then I've gone 33 years without a single thing. Their intention was, in fact, for me to die at my own hand because they know that there's no way that people can actually live this long without any emotional fulfillment from another person. I am not supposed to make it to 33. You are not supposed to make it to 38. You are not supposed to make it to 45. You are not supposed to make it to 62. Do you understand? You're not supposed to be here. If you are someone like me who has been deprived, you are literally supposed to be dead already. Only the strong will survive type energy. That is an essential need for the human. And so when you get to 33, you ain't got no joy to talk about. All you're talking about is faith. Okay? Because at this point, going and how many times do I got to go to the park? That's literally all I'm allowed to do. All I'm allowed to do is go fucking to the park and maybe occasionally rent a car to do some fucking drifting. And then my child, there are so many experiences in life that I have been policed from experiencing. And you go crazy fucking waiting for that day. That's why these motherfuckers been dropping all fucking month.